we have voice now. Used all my best material up. Nobody was there. It's
that
great.
was really good what you said.
Yeah, I know. No, I know it was.
And so that's how Joy gets through the.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's how she wins.
I never thought of her as being president. So
she'll be
the way you
governor.
did that, it was
No,
remarkable.
Yeah. Joy's going to win handily in the governor's race in Oklahoma.
All right. We're getting ready to get the show started here in just a second.
It's not popping up on the YouTubes, Chris.
I've been watching us for a
that
little
means-
bit. Cody
on
Knox
the
says, hey,
YouTubes?
Chris and Phil. Yeah.
Why isn't it popping up on my YouTubes?
It doesn't just, you don't just turn on YouTube and it magically just shows up. You have to type in stuff.
Well, there it is. That's a lie. I just did that. I didn't type in anything.
Well, the screen I just
You
saw.
absolutely just lied.
The screen I saw was the regular.
And I refreshed, and it popped up.
Well, it's been live for a while. So, going to be a little bit different tonight because our internet provider is not providing internet.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle tonight.
So we're on our backup system, and for the comments to be on the screen, it has to be on the same network, and it's not really the same network, so it's no comments on
Everybody's
the
going to
screen.
want to watch. I'm going round 2. There's another gummy here. I've reevaluated. I've trained all week.
Cody Knox is asking if it's a certain provider. They're not a sponsor. They charge us for internet. So,
Oh, yeah, no, they do. Yeah.
So we won't give them any plugs.
Absolutely zero.
But if they like to be a sponsor one day, we would glad to promote them.
Speaking of great-
I don't think want to be promoted right now.
No, speaking of great sponsors, Mr. Hutchell from downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
A little Strive Wellness.
Yeah, Strive Wellness. Give a shout out to our buddy there. Ronnie hasn't commented in some time, so it must be sleepy time.
No, he's already commented.
Ronnie did?
Yeah.
On the YouTubes?
Yeah.
Why are you yelling at me right now?
I'm yelling at you?
Yes. You have a very bad tone to your voice. You're very angry. Let me see here. I see Cody Knox. Oh, Chabo. We lost all the subscribers. That's one last week since Phil. You
got robbed.
Oh, I did get robbed. I'm calling out one guy in particular that got on there and went and got people that made me eat that darn gummy, and then you unsubscribed to be funny. So I know who you are.
We got some serious conversation coming up here in a little bit.
Yeah,
we have
do,
some other stuff as well. So
don't like serious.
yeah, it happens though.
Yeah,
it
I know,
happens.
but it's just
happens.
this kind of serious. Just ugh.
We again, we won't have comments on the screen tonight, but we really what really makes this show fun is your comments. So bring your comments early and often as we dive into this one. I say let's go ahead and start the show.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah,
So-
no, I'm ready.
Anything to say before we start?
I got a lot of things.
Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast with Chris Evans and Phil Nichols, along with Ronnie Phillips. The Open Mic Podcast is part of the Second Banana Media Podcast Network. Coming to you live from Guthrie, Oklahoma, inside the Second Banana Media Studios, here's Chris Evans.
It is the Open Mic Podcast coming to you. Second Banana Media, along with Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. Wednesday nights in the big town. Got the clocks moving backwards this weekend, Phil. And we got a lot to get to here.
Sleepy time at 5:18 now.
Yes, it'll be dark at 12:30.
Oh yeah.
So we got a fun show with you. We are without the services of Ronnie Phillips tonight. He's on assignment.
He was on assignment.
No longer detained. That went through
He got
customs.
released. Yeah.
TSA.
Sarah.
They don't play around.
No, they don't. No.
You learned a valuable
He
lesson.
did learn a lesson.
But
Hope he grows from it.
Ronnie will not be here tonight.
Nothing like a story of redemption.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. We'll have that story next week when
Yep.
Ronnie rejoins us here on the Open Mic Podcast. Big thank you to everybody. Been really, really fantastic. Second Banana Media YouTube subscribers Although, Phil, we got to talk about that here in a second. You ate the gummy bear.
I was betrayed.
We had goals. We reached those goals. We have now have to reevaluate our goals. Yeah, we'll touch that here in a second. Got some serious stuff that we'll also talk about going on here.
Mr. Chappell mocked me.
But you had to pay for lunch. A lot of moving parts.
Been a rough 7 days.
But Phil, are you wearing a blue shirt?
I am.
Oh, it's not blending in with the background. I don't see any dots on
It's the west side.
Well, it's not. It's this, Phil. It's not.
Oh.
Yeah, you gave us the Bevo. I love you sign there, but
Okay.
but we appreciate everyone checking us out. Second Banana Media on YouTube. We also have a Facebook page. You can go there and like us there. We are streaming right now on Guthrie News Page Facebook, and we appreciate that. But do go to Second Banana Media Facebook or YouTube, as we will slowly move our way to both of those platforms fairly soon here. And Second Banana Media, what in the world is Second Banana Media? It is a podcast network. There's a variety of podcasts. Tomorrow, the Chamber will be in here with, I believe, EMI. I think Terry Bobo will be Brittany's guest. Will be Brittany's guest this week.
That's awesome. That'll be a good interview.
Yeah. So we'll have that uploaded on Second Banana Media and a whole bunch of other good stuff. Safe to Fin. Keeps schools and businesses.
Great company out of Kansas City, works nationwide, and they just hired a guy. This guy's so impressive. His resume scared me. Listen to this. Okay,
I had to fill out an application. We'll get to that.
Okay, well, this is big. Retired FBI agent. Was
like a pension.
Was the head of the behavioral task force. Worked anti-terrorism for several years internationally. All kinds of scare me things, certified this and certified that and ways to kill you. He's a college professor. He's a doctor. Just went to work for Safe Defend. They're director of training and development, and it's going to be fun to see what he can do to help schools and businesses around the country. This guy's credentials are just through the roof. One of the function, Safe Defend's a good client of ours at Exxon, and we interview all the people before they hire, especially senior level people, and we got done interviewing him, and he's gone, and we're sitting there, and the owner
maybe interviewed you.
Well, the owner called me back. He said, "You all right?" And I said, "Well, I am now." A little touch and go there for a few minutes. He said, but this guy, because I felt like I was being interrogated.
Yeah.
I would ask him a question.
Again, you know what that feels like.
Well, it's not good. I would ask him a question. He would come back. He would answer it. But then he would also have a question for me. And I'm going, whoa. This isn't how this works.
Interviewer, interviewee.
Oh, it was,
that's not what he's used to. He's asking the questions.
Oh, yeah. No, but very impressive guy. And then.
So he could throw you in jail and save your life on the surgeon table?
Or kill me.
Well, yeah.
It's all on the table.
All on the table.
On the table.
On the table.
Yeah. I do want to give a quick shout out. We got, of course, Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Our very own Seth Robbins.
Hey.
Our buddy Seth. Love me some Seth Robbins.
Get some Seth on the podcast.
That would be so good. He is okay. You listen. Those of you that know Seth, you will agree with this. Those of you that don't, we have both said this independently and in the same room. Not a funnier guy alive than Seth Robbins.
Always been that way.
He can make me belly laugh faster than anybody I've ever met.
He's making you belly laugh. Well, anything, just
makes me laugh. He's so freaking funny. And then I started thinking, okay, he's a preacher's kid. Preacher's kids usually go one of two ways. They're usually hilarious, sarcastic, very just gregarious, or they're completely buttoned down, know? There's really no in between. Seth is, of course, one of the owners of one of our great sponsors, TIG Insurance, and we appreciate Seth and Jason and Dennis. Continue to get better, Dennis. We're all pulling for you, buddy. But they're great sponsors of everything in Guthrie. Do so much for so many, but I want to give a shout out to our good buddy Seth. Ryan Cotting, good news. He got off work release.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday.
Yeah, he's off.
saw him at lunch.
Doesn't have the thing on the ankle anymore. He's clear.
The beep
the beep was annoying. No, it was too much. But that's all been removed.
I understand why it was there.
Well, no.
It makes sense why it's there.
Yeah, you can look it all up. But he, another one of our great friends.
Yeah.
And does so much sign tech.
For example,
made all of our hats here. We've got some Second Banana Media hats coming as well that Ryan's helping us with. He just made a bunch of gear for us. One of our companies, Exxon, does all the signs for so many ag programs around the country.
Yes.
Does locally as well as around the country. Does big signs for football stadiums, does signs for businesses, does vinyl sign, does everything. But give our buddy Ryan a call as well. We appreciate Ryan very much.
Yeah, Cody said, love the hats. And Cody got a GMP hat last week. He says he wears it every day. So
it's a good-looking hat. Ryan helped us pick. That's the other thing. He's really good at helping you pick out. You take your logo, the colors. He does a great job of helping you match them and really good. I'm working on the cowboy hats right now for us. You had requested cowboy hats, and so Ryan's working on
the 8-gallon, 10-gallon hat?
12.
12-gallon.
Got 12. Got a whole new.
Why is it? Is it a gallon? Right.
Well, Chris, you're the cowboy. Don't get me lying. You got boots.
I do have boots. 2 pair of boots.
Plastic.
Neither one.
Well, the first pair of boots were plastic.
How
many years ago was that? Gosh,
they were like $130.
We got ripped off. They were plastic.
And it was at one of those at one of the fancy places too.
So we go.
I got some good boots. My last pair of good boots.
So this is what, probably 8 years ago?
Yeah.
9 years, a long time ago. Chris was like 12. But we went out. We get this call late at night. It was a body, I think, which isn't funny. Why do I always bring up bodies? I just thought about
it. It's your story.
But wasn't it like it was a... I got to quit doing this.
I have no idea where you're going because I don't remember. I don't think I'm remembering this story.
Well, Brittany still needs a hat. Was Brittany the one you promised a hat to?
No, I promised somebody.
You just keep giving away hats. It's like that's what we got them for or something. But anyway, Chris calls me up. We go out. He had a run. It was late at night. Chris doesn't do real on the dark. He's gotten better, but dark worries him a little bit. So I went with him. It's a dead of winter. Remember that part?
Dead of winter.
It was dead of winter, really cold. Chris picks me up. We get out to this real serious scene. There's cops. There's people everywhere.
Yeah. It was a body. Yeah.
And Chris has his boots, his pants tucked in.
That's what they do.
They had him tucked in his boots. And I swear to you, they're plastic. These are plastic boots.
I'll bring them on the show next week.
Hear me now, believe me later. They were plastic. And it was so good. Now, the next pair of boots you bought, I remember where you got them.
Yes.
I was in the store.
Yes.
And you said, what do you think of these?
Yes, I did.
And then I remember you were trying to say, he had a pair of steel toe cowboy boots. He kept hitting the toe going, I don't think I need these, do I?
Real heavy. I think I liked the design, but they were still toe.
They were still toe. You almost got them because you did like the design.
Yeah.
They were a good looking pair of boots. But these are faux leather. These latest pair are faux leather.
Brittany, I got you a hat. I'll see you tomorrow, Brittany.
Why do you get credit for the hat? Why can't I give Brittany the hat?
Because you won't see her tomorrow.
I can march my little tail right over there and see her tomorrow.
Could. We're working together.
Oh, board meeting?
No, that was last week. Big decisions.
Oh, boy. Are you raising taxes with this meeting? You got one board you said on where you raise taxes.
I don't raise taxes.
That's not true.
I had to fill out an application for that. My term is up.
I agree, Ryan. Ryan says you need to step up and buy some ostrich boots.
Now, listen, the only time I wear boots, usually when it's raining outside.
You like to tuck your pants.
That's what they do.
You don't tuck the whole pant in there. You got to let one hang on the outside.
Then if you go out in the rain, your jeans are wet.
But you let them hang on the outside. You don't tuck them all the way in tight. You had them in there like, pretty sure you had rubber bands on the bottom of your britches.
No, you're stretching now.
Well.
But when I get home, I take my jeans out and they're dry.
We're meeting to solve all the world's problems, right, Chris?
Yes, we took care of some Oklahoma issues. Now we're headed to the federal issues.
Oh, going national?
Yeah, we're going national. We got it all fixed tomorrow.
Just the two of you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we have an executive meeting, then we let our guests come in.
Oh, boy.
Mentioned earlier Terry Bobo with the EMI will
Yep.
be our special guest. Brittany's special guest on Chamber Vibes, which is part of the Second Banana Media podcast. And I think on our YouTube feed, Cody really said Terry's a great guy. Used to work for him over at EMI. So
He is a great guy. And Josh Shebolt needs a hat as well.
we
We can definitely take care of that, Joshua. Of course, our title sponsor, one of our other shows, the High School Huddle.
G of Guthrie, good to see you on here once again. One of our loyal friends on here. Who is they in that, what they do?
I don't know, but hats are going quick. Uncle Bobby needs a hat.
Uncle Bobby needs a hat.
Why was he ever getting Uncle Bobby a
Are you
hat?
going to reorder some hats?
Oh, no,
for
we
us?
can get some more hats. Yeah, that's no problem. Ryan's got it set up. He's ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Ryan, as a matter of fact, go ahead and order more hats.
Yeah, we got to start maybe selling some hats.
Why would you sell them? You got people we love. They support us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Uncle, you're not charging Uncle Bobby.
Well, you pay for them, so yeah.
We're gonna keep the banana pudding coming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're in charge of merchandise. So.
Yeah, no, but
I'm sorry, you're in charge of merch.
merch.
That's what they
Is
call
that
it.
what the kids say?
That's what they call it, merch.
What's cat mean?
That's a lie.
Oh.
By the way, I don't raise taxes for the record.
Yes, you do.
I do not. Don't
You
get that
meet
confused.
with that county board thing, and you assess primarily the elderly. You assess. You tell me all the time you focus on the elderly because they get a lot of breaks that they don't deserve. You've told me that numerous times, and you raise taxes. You target people 65 and older.
That's cap.
That's
That's cap.
Lie?
That's cap.
Okay.
But my term is up. I have to go in front of the board to get.
Can people run against you?
Oh yeah. Well, not run. It's you apply, and then the board of county commissioners
Selects the
decide-
best candidate?
Selects the best candidate.
I'd apply, but I couldn't stand losing to you in
Well,
public. So.
the background check they do.
Oh,
those.
they do a background check?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never good.
But you got that one cleared
They
up.
do
in-
the international or the...
no. That's what I'm saying. Locally, you're.
I'm clean, locally.
The K County is still.
Well, extends out the counties.
Yeah, they do their thorough investigation.
It's a hell of a night up there at the Revival. A lot of going on.
Cousin Nate says you gave him a hat.
I did give Cousin Nate a hat, but Uncle Bobby doesn't have a hat.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Bobby needs a hat.
Josh doesn't have a hat.
Josh needs a hat. Brittany's getting a hat tomorrow.
Brittany needs a hat.
So we just gave 4 away.
Well, it's 3, but you can
So
work on
3.
your counting later.
Brittany,
Uncle Bobby,
Uncle Bobby,
Josh.
Josh.
That's 3.
Wasn't there one more?
I'm looking right now.
Yeah. Brittany, Josh, Uncle
Seth
Bobby.
Robbins doesn't have a hat.
These are going quick.
You know what? Just get with us. We know where to get more hats. If you want a hat, give us a holler. Chris wants to charge $45 a hat.
I do not. 30.
Oh, something like 30. Okay.
Tracy Lawrence charges 35, so we're probably below that. We'll go 30.
Booster Club charges 25. I bought you a nice hat last Friday.
You did, thank you. And
Those
I
are
wore
nice.
it.
I know
wore
they
it.
are good looking hats.
I did.
They
and
do
I
a
wore
nice
it,
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much was that? 25?
25.
Okay, that's probably a fair.
Kind of the going rate. I feel better 20, 25 bucks
Yeah.
because they cost us. We get a nice discount. But I'm not going to say what it is.
Because we order in bulk.
Bulk. Well, we're potentially relocating to a larger space.
We are. That's coming soon.
That is coming soon.
Hopefully, we'll be able to share that news
Yeah,
soon.
that's coming soon.
Expansion,
Brittany says
the
we need
expansion.
chamber hats.
Oh, yeah.
Brittany, I know where you can order some.
I do too. And he's an investor.
He is an investor.
Sign Tech.
Yeah. Ryan Cotting. Married way over his head. You can't miss him.
Miss Sonia, yeah. If you guys like to advertise, we'd be glad to promote your
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. No, we promote you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do a lot of stuff.
We have,
Oh, Jaden Chappell's watching. Said a little taller.
we need to get into election stuff a little bit later
Well,
on.
if Jaden's on here, we do. Who's the most political person? Oh, Jaden. I'd love to have Jaden come down, join us on the show.
It's a great conversation.
Jaden would be good on down the show. Who's the most political person in Logan County? And what I mean by that is who loves politics the most? Of your circle of friends, who loves it the most? You love it the most out of all my circle of friends.
No, I'm not sure about that.
Really?
Really?
You watch Oklahoma County Commissioner meetings.
Yeah.
You live in Logan County.
Right. But they border up against Logan County.
Do you watch Lincoln County?
I haven't been able to find them on.
Haven't been able to find
I haven't
it.
been able to find it. That would be interesting how they do that. But have I ran for office, Phil?
Not yet.
Therefore, I can't be the most political.
yet.
You have a friend that has ran for office and
Well, he's not your friend?
has been elected. You said in your circle of friends.
Oh, he's not in your circle of friends?
You said your circle of friends. We're talking about you.
I said you're the most political, the people that likes politics. I think you like politics more than him.
And you said in my circle of friends.
I think you like politics more than young Colin Dool. Colin's a statesman. He's not a politician.
Oh, he's a statesman.
I really believe that.
He hasn't been sworn in yet.
November 15th.
Is it 15th?
November 15th.
Yeah. I will be there.
We're going down to support Colin during the swearing in.
Yeah.
Guess where we're eating afterwards?
Oh, are you paying?
I am paying for yours.
Oh, no.
That's right, Jamil's.
No.
Oh yeah,
What kind of place is
we're
that?
gonna expand your palate a little bit.
What is Jamil's?
I don't want to tell you.
Is it?
It's something you've never had before.
I don't do anything out of water.
It's not. No,
It's not seafood?
No. You can get a steak here.
Oh, yeah.
A good steak. No. You can get a good meal.
What is Jamil's? Now we got to send an invoice, but
It's a variety. It's
is it like Japanese?
no. It's like oh gosh, darn! I just went blank. Guys, help me out. Jamil's cuisine. It's like I want to say like Mediterranean, but it's not Mediterranean. It's help me out. Jamil's restaurant. What kind of food's that, guys? Jamil's steak is great. It's real good. Ryan says it's. I know what I want to say, but I'm scared if I say it, you'll kick me off the air.
Mediterranean is pretty close to.
But no.
So I can get a steak there.
Oh, steaks. I mean,
Medium
good,
rare?
You've got good options. Good options. It's
Sweet tea, Sprite,
Oh, it's in Oklahoma. They'll have sweet
baked
tea.
potato.
Oh yeah, you can get a baked potato there. No, you're good. Yeah. Old cabbage rolls. Josh
Oh
Seabold.
my gosh, cabbage.
No,
rolls.
that's one of the. No, that is one of the. That's one of the.
It's going to stink in there then. Have you
See, there's times like this is when I don't know what to do with you.
cabbage? Is that what they put like on brats?
Well, you can, but it's sauerkraut usually on brats.
Sauerkraut. Okay. I put the
Lebanese. Thank you, Ryan. It's Lebanese food. No, you'll like it. You'll like it. You'll like it.
Klinger's from Lebanon.
Who?
Klinger on mash.
Klinger. Yeah,
The nose.
that's right. Klinger. Or dresses. He was a man ahead of his time.
He
We knew what
was.
we know now. A man ahead of his time.
Toledo Mud Hens. He's from Toledo. But on my brat, I thought this was common, but I guess it's not. I think on brats, I like to put the barbecue sauce and cheese on it. Shredded cheese.
You put barbecue sauce on your brats?
Yeah. I could put ketchup on there as
Time
well.
out.
That is so good. Have you
You
tried?
put barbecue sauce on your brats?
Yes. And shredded cheese. Phil, you got to try it. Expand your palate.
If you'll try tabbouleh, I'll try barbecue sauce on my brats.
Say it again.
I said, if you'll try tabbouleh,
What is tabbouleh?
well, you'll find out soon enough.
Is
on
that
the
like little
15th.
rice things?
On the 15th, you'll find out. I think Josh is right. Doesn't stink at all. Time to expand your horizons, Chris Evans.
It has to smell.
No, it doesn't. No, this is a very nice.
Is it steamy in there?
No. This is a very nice restaurant. Great. I mean, it's very, very nice.
Where is it located? Near the Capitol?
Yeah. No, it's very good. We'll probably see some celebrities when we eat there. That's one of the favorite places for your favorite type of celebrity, politicians, to hang out. You can't ask for autographs this time, though, Chris, if you see the governor. Last time we saw Stitt, it was downright embarrassing.
That's cap.
You ran straight to him.
That's cap.
I'm pretty sure there was an embrace.
You think he remembers me?
Oh, yeah. No, he knows you. You don't forget people that cup you like that. Let me tell you, that was a firm hug. Yeah, you don't forget those things.
That's cap.
You kids, you learn a new word, you just won't come off it. It is a classy joint, Josh. Oh, boy. Jeff Chappell's watching.
Yeah, there you go.
Business just picked up.
Hey, GF Guthrie says we're officially Guthrie'ites as of last Friday.
Oh.
Someone say hats?
You
know what?
Show your face. Come down and pick one up.
Yeah, GF Guthrie.
That's right. Just come on down. We'll give you one.
That one right there?
I'll give you a Guthrie News Page hat. I'll give you an Exon hat. And when the Second Banana Media comes in, I'll give you a Second Banana Media. All you got to do is come down and pick it up.
GF Guthrie, if you watch the show, moved from Houston. He, she, it.
Well, we're not sure. We're not sure. I thought I knew who it was. Trail went cold. Yeah, trail went cold.
Do we know, like, I'm curious, GF Guthrie, do we know you when we're not on the show?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Mr. Chappell wants to know if Ronnie got fired.
Probation.
He's on probation.
Yeah. Probation.
Yeah, he's on probation.
So GF Guthrie says, trade y'all 2 hats for a couple of gummies. We'll make the trade on the bridge at midnight.
Tonight? Tomorrow? What time? When? What day?
Real quickly, we do have a serious thing that we need to get to address here in a little bit. But last week, if you didn't see the show, Phil ate a gummy. Jeez. Do I still have the? Yeah.
I don't even like looking at that.
Phil ate that little sucker.
That is Satan in a box.
Little bitty thing last week.
That is Satan in a box.
And Phil, you have been.
I talked to Earl.
Switch and bait is what you got. You got.
Oh, I got bait and switch.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
You did.
Absolutely.
So Phil said he would not eat that unless we got 120 subscribers on our YouTube page here on Second Banana Media. That logo right there.
Right. We got there.
Oh, we're still streaming. Okay. We're on backup internet. So, okay.
Boy.
So the goal was to get to 120 subscribers.
That's right.
And we did.
We did.
We log off the show.
Wait. I almost died.
Oh, yeah.
For the good of the show.
Gummy and you about died. Yeah.
For the good of the show.
Then we turned the stream off because we got to go home. Or
to the ER. One of the two.
And I looked down and we lost 4 subscribers. We were down to 116.
We had a liar on the show last week.
Then I wake up to do all the production work because I just don't come on here and
start
talking. And we were down to back to our original 111.
Had liars. We had liars on the show last week. I bet Mr. Chappell likes Jamil's.
And we're still at 111. Is Mr. Chappell going with us?
Oh, yeah. Going to the Capitol. Yeah. He may not know it yet, but he's going. Now, he'll go support young Colin Dool. I really do think Colin's going to do a great job. I mean, he's obviously, he's a very thoughtful individual.
Witty.
Huh?
Witty.
Very witty. Chappell just proved he just proved it.
Proved what?
That he's the liar from last week. He said at 120, he said he would eat 2 gummies. He's the one that got people to drop
2 gummies was 130.
Was 130, but Chappell has selective recall. Excuse me, Mr. Chappell has selective recall.
Real quickly, GF Guthrie says, clue number 1.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
We have never met y'all in person. Yet.
Okay. It's building up. I hope I'm not let down when this happens.
Well, you better get some hats ordered.
Oh, we got enough hats for them.
Well, you said Second Banana Media
I got the Exons. I said as soon as the Second Banana Media hats get in.
Okay, so you have 2 of the 3.
I have 2 of the 3 right now. I could probably even get you some swag from...
GF Guthrie was T of Texas. And then now he's a Guthrie. He's GF Guthrie now.
It's Chris's show.
Go ahead.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, real quick before I forget. When we come on, why does it say, let's go to Chris Evans? Now, here's Chris. Why is that?
Do you want to bring us in? Let's start it right now. You bring us in?
Is that why?
Because it's just what we've always done. But
why do we've been a part of 3 Oklahoma Broadcast Association awards.
Yeah, I got that email yesterday.
Didn't make the cut.
We can't submit it.
Oh, we can't.
We're not in radio.
Not on radio anymore.
Yeah.
But we won 3 of those in like a 5-year, 6-year period. 6-year period, 5-year period,
5-year period.
5-year period. Very proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
They give you a very nice plaque.
Well, you get. Well, I paid for the dinners, but you're welcome. Linda Kavanaugh presented our last one. I think it was Linda Kavanaugh. But we get to go to this nice banquet, and they get to They play the clip, the audio clip.
You learn things about public people at those
media personalities.
Yeah, you learn things.
Yeah. You get to see the media people.
And they're having fun, so you get to learn some things.
Yes, absolutely. And then we flipped a coin to go see who accepts the award. I won the flip all 3 times, so I had to walk up there and get the award.
You call one, real quick, point of clarity. I'm talking about Jeff Chappell, Lion Test, not athletic director John Chappell.
There's a bunch of Chappells.
Well, there's Joe
fault.
Chappell, one of the sweetest men I've ever met. John Chappell, one of my favorite human beings in the whole world. Jan Chappell Crockett, absolute wonderful human being. And then there's Jeff.
In that order?
Well, that's the order I look at him in. 3 of the 4 are my friends.
Okay.
I have an acquaintance in there somewhere. But that's Jeff Chappell, not John Chappell. There you go, Coach. I took care of that. So what were we talking about?
Yeah, see, I knew you were going to do that. We were talking about OAB awards.
Oh, yeah. So Chris says we flipped a coin, and you won the coin toss. Go up there.
Like, to accept the
There
award.
was no coin toss.
And I brought it back, and I gave it to
There
you
was
guys.
no coin. And that's the last we ever touched one of those plaques. Tell me I'm wrong.
They are hanging securely.
You have them hanging in a more prominent place than pictures of your children.
No.
Right next to your Coach of the Year thing.
That's right. We want to talk about that now?
Well, I mean, they gave it to everybody.
It's the last state championship team to come through.
They literally, everybody that coached in the YMCA got one of those.
That's incorrect. That's cap.
Oh, you got to. Oh boy,
that's cap.
I wish we hadn't ever learned this cap thing.
But I told you if you want a replica of the trophy,
I wanted one of the originals.
No.
We wouldn't have won the second one if it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you, yeah.
You remember what the call was?
The second one?
Well, yeah, we're going there tomorrow.
We are going there to Shawnee. Oh, yeah, the red and the Shawnee.
Added a little red, just a splash of red in their.
Yeah. Put us over the top.
Put us over the top.
They didn't make the audio clip, but what do they know? Oh, wait. No, they did. Yeah, we put that. Wait
a second. It was there.
It was there. You're right. You're right. It was there.
All right. I was getting ready to say that was cap.
GF Guthrie says clue number 2, there's 2 of us. We figured that part out. We knew that part. Clue 3, we officially want green trash cans.
Moved here from Texas?
And they want green trash cans.
Who doesn't want green trash cans?
Oh, boy.
No, who doesn't, though? Seriously.
A city council, they didn't even entertain the thought.
Because they're wrong. I mean, I know that's hard for a couple of them to believe, but they're wrong.
Talk about the trash cans. We'll give it real quick. Then we got to
Well, I was asked by a concerned citizen how I felt about the color of the trash cans. And I said, well,
How long ago was this?
Several years.
2014?
Yeah, several years.
8 years ago.
Yeah. I was very vulnerable in 2014. But so I said, well, I've really never thought much about the trash can colors, but let me hear what you
Because right now in Guthrie, they're blue.
They're blue.
Like many of the trash receptacles.
Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right.
All right.
So he presented his case.
To you.
Yes.
Okay.
I left the meeting. I had agreed to do things at that point that I realized later, how the heck did this just happen? This has now became my issue.
You went in front of the city council.
The city council.
A workshop meeting.
And was soundly defeated.
You were putting up a fight that the blue trash cans.
Not a very good one.
The blue trash cans need to go away and bring in what color?
A green. They blend in more.
They blend in more as when they're up against the house.
Well, you got the grass is green, the trees are green. Green.
Well, right now the grass is not green. It's brown.
Huh.
So do you go with brown trash cans?
I didn't really think that through.
So you went in front of the city council.
That's right.
Frustrated that we had blue trash cans and that you wanted green trash cans.
And then after the meeting, after I was soundly defeated and humiliated.
Well, Phil, they didn't even vote on it. It didn't go to a vote.
That's soundly. After I was soundly defeated and humiliated,
What's this guy talking
we're
about?
out front, and the gentleman who presented his case to me, you know what he said? Oh, I knew they wouldn't do it. I just wanted. I got played again.
You got chapeled.
I got chapeled.
Cousin Nate says in Caddo they had pink trash cans.
Caddo?
Caddo County.
Pink. I could go with that. We are Blue Jays, Phil. They have to be blue. It's Ryan. You know, Ryan, I don't disagree with that. I love the color blue. Obviously, I wear a lot of blue.
Wearing blue right now.
Blue hat. I mean, a little blue, got blue everywhere. But I was convinced.
I have to be fair and balanced. Fair and balanced, right? That's why I try to most of the time.
Oh, boy. Who is lying here? I pay for the meals. You're welcome. When have you ever paid for a meal?
OAB. 3 times.
Is that in my contract?
Yeah, every time we go to OAB, I pay for the tickets and meals.
If we win.
Why would we go for losing?
Believe me.
So I got to be fair and balanced here. A good friend says, if I remember correctly, Phil got a banana trophy. Not me.
But where's that trophy
Which
set?
gave the name of the new media empire.
That's true, but where's that trophy set?
So in reality, you owe it all to Phil.
You owe it all to me?
That's what this person's saying. It's confidential.
Oh. I figured out who your source is on this.
But it was mailed to Guthrie News Page headquarters.
And where does the trophy still set?
On top by the
because you don't give anybody else a trophy for anything ever.
But it's prominent where it's out
prominent.
front.
Oh yeah.
We probably need to bring it to the studio. Put it right here. It'd be a good spot for it.
I got to let Renee know. Renee, first, you got to have feelings before my feelings can get hurt. Believe me, dear, you didn't hurt my feelings. I love that you watch all the time. I think it's funny what you said, where she said, I pay for the meals, you're welcome. Phil, crickets.
I know. I was ready for him to come after me. I was thinking the same thing with what Renee was thinking.
Now, Chapel's going after me.
Well, that's every day.
Am I afraid to buy a meal for a friend?
Well, when you lose, you have to.
What's my favorite thing to do, though, when I win? What do I like to do when I exit stage left?
Strut.
I strut out of the restaurant. Mr. Chappell said, the best place to find Pay the Bill, that's my nickname for Mr. Chappell.
Fill the bill.
Is at 1:15, strutting out of Simone's. It's hard to strut when you got to stop halfway and pay the bill. It's hard.
Josh, whose hat is now in question.
Oh.
Seabolt says, I feel like Chris probably leaves his wallet at home when with Phil. Just a hunch.
It's like you're in the vehicle with us. This is how it goes.
You guys are...
Well, it's similar hairstyle. But this is how it goes.
Josh, we're family.
This is how it goes.
You're coming after the family.
This is how it goes.
I don't like anyone talking about
Chris does these things. And I got all these children, haven't eaten since lunch. Uncle Phil to the rescue.
See,
that's why when we had to take 2 vehicles this week to the game, and we said, who wants to ride with Chris or who wants to ride with Uncle Phil? Your own offspring chose to ride with Uncle Phil.
time restrictions, time constraints.
Tell yourself what you need to tell yourself. Everybody volunteered and wanted to ride with me. And the one that you said had to ride with you because you don't want to set up by yourself, he sent me a private text that I'd rather ride with you.
That's cap.
That's not cap.
Games are late. Restaurants are closed. I bought you dinner Saturday. Well, these are starting to add up, Phil.
It's just literally the second meal you've ever bought me.
OABs, Saturday.
OABs doesn't even count.
Those are the expensive ones.
How much are those?
Each, I think it was like $65 a pop. There's like 5 or 6.
You got our wives.
Yeah. I want everyone to see people.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I do. I appreciate that. It's pretty good.
All right. Let's get this serious topic out of the way, and then we can come back here in a second.
Have some fun.
Yeah. Let me get a drink. Let me see. Renee and I are friends. Seabolt and I are on the outs, it looks like, going against the family.
You're scared of Chapel.
You're scared of Chapel.
You love Ryan.
The grass is definitely not blue.
Cousin Nate's awesome.
G of Guthrie. We haven't been to Simone's yet. It's top of the list. Recommendations for what to order. If we keep talking about Simone's, we're going to have to send them an invoice. No, they're good people. I don't mind talking about Simone's. I like the chicken salad.
Yep.
Hamburgers, cheeseburgers,
Yep.
chicken salad.
They have a very good
and breakfast.
And they also have a very good chicken sandwich.
Yes.
grilled chicken sandwich is
Grilled
outstanding.
chicken salad's what I get.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the grilled chicken sandwich, Mr. Chappell had that today, as a matter of fact, is very, very good. Their breakfasts, all of them are amazing.
With breakfast, I usually go with the American toast.
Yeah. Yeah. Dry or light butter?
Well, you got to have butter. You got to have the white powder and syrup.
You don't. That's French toast.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant French toast.
Okay.
Well, no, I said American. What did I say? American.
You said American toast, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah, I thought that was for you.
No, I appreciate it. I ordered a hamburger patty yesterday. Had 3 cheeses.
That was a little bit much.
You remember that?
It takes you 20 minutes to order. It's kind of
It's an
embarrassing.
opportunity. It's an opportunity to talk to the waitress and establish
Very
rapport.
embarrassing.
I got Swiss cheese on the bottom. I got pepper jack in the middle.
Remember like it was yesterday.
And then I got American on top, because America's always on top. That's how we roll.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, yesterday, Guthrie just, it could have been really, really bad, but it didn't turn that way. Everybody knows now what went on as a officer-involved shooting took place on the east side of town. And there's some stuff that we can talk about now. We can't talk a whole lot more about it. Really no more information came out today, but a gentleman in a vest, a bulletproof vest with a AR or some type of a rifle. I think it's an AR. I don't know if they said AR or not, but I think looking at it was an AR. But came after an officer, a couple officers, and pointed the rifle, and the officers had to do what they had to do. It was a no-brainer what they had to do. And I say all this ahead of time. It's still under investigation by the OSBI. So we're on the Guthrie News page, so I got to be careful here to since it's a news page. But just saying everything that's been said before. But officers put in a tough situation. And this is Guthrie, Oklahoma. You watch the news and you hear it happening in this town, this big city, all that good stuff, and you hear about officer-involved shooting. It's always dangerous when you always hear about it. But, man, when it's in your hometown and you know the officers and you know the deputies, it takes it to a whole new level. Yeah.
Well, I got asked this morning by just a person that is concerned and cares about the officers and cares about what happened. And he said, well, what are the rules, basically asking what are the rules of engagement for an officer? And I said, I don't know. I've never been in law enforcement, but I can tell you this. In the state of Oklahoma, if I'm in my front yard.
And this is not an officer. This is if you or I.
No, I'm saying if I'm standing in my front yard and a person comes at me with a weapon and points the weapon at me, I am 100% within my rights to protect myself in that case and put that person down. Yep. I don't have to wait for them to fire. I don't have to wait for them. I'm 100%. So at a minimum, obviously, law enforcement is they have the same rights as anybody else. We know these officers. Mm-hmm. And like you said, it's an ongoing thing, which is protocol. Be very clear about that. This is standard operating procedure. By no means, when it's being said it's being investigated, is that to say that there's anybody assuming there was anything done incorrectly or anything like that. It's standard protocol. I'm not affiliated with Guthrie News Page. I know it's on Guthrie News Page, so I'll be respectful of that. But I from everything that I've been told, the officers acted 100% appropriately. It's a horrible deal because this is what I said, and none of this is factual. I want to be very clear about this. This is purely my opinion. When I hear that somebody has body armor on, has a long gun of any kind, and when law enforcement shows up, they didn't come up with they were trying to get close enough to talk to the person.
Yeah.
And that person charges at the officers and lowers his weapon in their direction to shoot. Those officers don't have a choice at that point.
Zero choice.
Their number one responsibility is to go home to their families.
Yep.
Bar none. That's their number one responsibility. So where I fall on this is I feel horrible for the officers first and foremost. I feel horrible for what they're going through right now. Nobody there's nobody that hates this scenario more than those officers or any officer that has to use their weapon in the line of duty. I mean, it breaks my heart for them and their families because it disrupts their families. It disrupts everything about their life. And I've got to say this, and some people won't agree with this. Anybody that does that, again, untrained, don't know. I'm just saying, me personally, as a man, the first thing I thought of when I heard that was suicide by cop or a mental health issue where they're just out of their minds, right? So there is, listen, we're all human beings. I'm so glad the officers were not injured in any way physically. But you need to be praying for those officers because emotionally that's something that's difficult to move past. But I also pray for that individual. He's going to live, it looks like. Stable condition. Looks like he's going to make it.
Made it through surgery.
Now, he should be punished to the fullest extent of the law if found guilty. But none of that stuff matters. The only outcome of that, the only way it was going to end when he made a decision to charge those officers with his weapon pointed at them was the way it ended.
Yeah.
And, so I thank those officers. One was a deputy sheriff. One was an officer with Guthrie PD. The other was a Logan County deputy. I thank them for what they do every day. Hero words thrown around a lot, but they really are.
Yeah.
And then I think you add the sensitivity of the fact that we lost one of those heroes in the line of duty not that many years ago.
2017, April 2017.
April 2017, of course, talking about Deputy Wade. Every time I see his family in town, I just want to cry because it's just, you just see it in their eyes. But, that's real for us in this area.
Yeah.
And it's real for every one of those officers. And horrible situation. Could have been much worse.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think they acted as a citizen who's one of those people that they go out every day and protect and serve and put themselves in harm's way for us. I just have a lot of gratitude for what those officers are doing.
Yeah, and any officer goes through training and has gone through those scenarios, but once you're in those scenarios, it's a whole different thing from training and actually doing it. But I really think those two officers were put in that position, placed there to take care of the situation because those two guys, very great trust in those, and I think they were placed. One happened to be there for that. I'm not going to go into details, but there, and another one that was that's not day to day, but put in that spot. And there was a lot of scenarios that played into it because there was a car crash, and moments after the car crash, there, and so it's and I tell you,
unbelievable what we ask these people to do.
It really is
unbelievable. And
they're thinking they're going to have a standoff because the guy goes inside the house with the lady. The things that I'm still waiting on is what the investigators with LSBI learned from the lady.
Yeah.
What was his mental state before when they went in the house? What was it? What was he saying? Does he have a mental disorder? Was he under the influence of something? I mean, obviously, I would certainly think somebody has to be in that frame to go out toward officers to raise a gun.
Well, there's other things that I was told today that I believe that I'm not going to talk about as far as the gentleman's past and some experiences he had in life.
Yeah. And his name has not been released.
Has not been released. Some of the stuff that's been mentioned, I have a very soft spot in my heart for folks that struggle with that. And, it's a real thing. But let me tell you, and I want to just say this, I couldn't agree more, Vicky. If a person doesn't want shot, don't point a gun at anyone. And Aaron Ronnie is spot on. He says he's lucky he's still alive. Speaks to the skill of the deputies and the officer in their training.
Yeah.
And so I really, horrible situation, but could have been much worse. So I think we all need to be thankful for that.
There's a witness that was kind of watching it, I think maybe even recording, and stopped recording because
to get in the house.
There's a threat. I mean, everyone natural instinct is to get away, And these officers, and he said over, I mean, they're running. You always hear firefighters running to the fire and everyone running
away.
And same thing situation here. A guy charging him. I mean, it was deal, but
horrific deal.
Very lucky to be alive.
But I think, once everything comes out and everything's out there, I think what I would encourage you to do, if you see an officer, a deputy, go shake their hand, go thank them.
Yeah. Because
what they do every day is amazing.
You had, at the scene, you had officers and deputies who were not working come to the scene to be with their
colleagues.
Colleagues, yeah. So,
and the chief and of course Sheriff Damon Devereaux was there because there was a deputy involved. Dawn was there, the chief of police for Guthrie. Don Swager was there as the chief.
You had Doc. I mean, that guy, the suspect, and
very lucky.
I mean, there was a doctor, like a surgeon,
that was there,
Doc Ward, who was a doctor. He trains medical people. He trains all the Guthrie EMS guys. He trains people all over the state. He was there within seconds. The ambulance or firefighters who were at the crash were there within seconds. I mean, they were literally.
He probably wouldn't have made it.
They saw it. I mean, they saw. I don't know if they saw. I think some of them might have.
Pretty darn close.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I don't want. Yeah. I need to stop, but I know they heard it, and so you had paramedics and a doctor within seconds there after being shot, reportedly 3 times. So, and then you had a helicopter to be able to land right there. So, someone said Vicky surprised, or no, Aaron said is surprised to be alive. That's why he is alive.
Well, yeah, if they're not right there, he bleeds out.
Yeah.
I mean, chances are he bleeds out. So, and believe me, those officers that had to do what they did, they're very, very, very happy that he's going to live.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants to be put in that situation no matter what the scenario. But, boy, I tell you, we're lucky to have everybody we have in this town. And, yes, Doris, you're right. Just echoed what you said, Chris. He's alive also thanks to the EMTs and the paramedics, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So
still waiting for more details to come out on that deal. Suspect, I don't think it's going to be I don't know this person.
Yeah.
And
I think they're kind of recently
I think so.
to the community.
Yeah.
But, listen, it's the world, and I hate to say this, but it seems to be the world we now live in, where you have to think about these kind of things. It used to be when I grew up, my biggest concern was, did I make it home before the lights came, on at night, and could I find enough people to play a good pickup game of baseball in the summer, or a big, backyard tackle football game, or, I mean, those were the worries I lived with, and I think so many of us lived with, and now, we worry about a lot of different stuff. It's very, very serious. So, just overall, we just need to be prayerful for our community, our state, our country, the world. There's a lot of craziness out there right now. We got to love each other.
5:00 in the afternoon, 600 block of East Warner.
Yeah.
In Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
Crazy. So, trying to slowly segue out of that. The other thing that I do like to watch is a lot of jury trials.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I finished up today the Parkland mass shooter, the school shooting that happened in 2018. The charged and accused killer in this one, convicted killer as of today. And there was a juror that. Held out on the death penalty, so he did not get the death penalty. So the judge rightfully gave him every
life without the possibility of parole.
He got the max that outside of the death penalty that the judge could impose. Kind of very similar to what happened in the Deputy Wade's deal. That killer, seen on video as this mass murder guy. Neither one of them get the death penalty because of one person, but it was like, well, you kill 17 people, I think 16 children or 15 children and 2 adults, and that doesn't give you the. And same thing in the Logan County deputy. I mean, it's basically on video, and there was no excuse for any of it. They're guilty as guilty can be.
Now tell the guests
what
the judge did on top of life without the possibility of parole.
All consecutive. He's not getting out.
But what else did he do?
Well, there's a couple things. The judge granted the request from the state that this murderer cannot benefit in any way financially, anything from books
or his family or anybody associated with it.
And that would come up at, you start to see this Jeffrey Dahmer stuff.
Well, movies and all books stuff. And stories.
So he can't profit from it. So if he does have a book out or a movie or cinematic or whatever, all that money goes to the family. The judge said you owe all the money to the families. You owe money for the court system and for the state and all that good stuff. And you cannot... I'm suspending your commissary until all that is paid in full.
Which in prison,
I mean that's
for an inmate.
When you hear, I heard life without parole, she said it 17 times, and then maximum sentence of 25 years for the ones who weren't killed but injured. He got the max on that as well. She's going over and over, and then she says, "I'm suspending your commissary until everything's paid in full," which will never happen.
Yeah, and for those of you that know the people that work in corrections or that are around that, commissary is like the only thing that kind of connects the outside world to you in prison, because you can actually get snacks and you can get stuff and things like that. There will be none of that. There will be none of that for him. So it was the judge's way, I think, of just putting the finger on there and just turning it a little bit more, which I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
So
man, now
because
with him, he has to be by himself, because
he'll be dead. He'll be dead.
Yeah.
Somebody will kill him if he's not in solitary. Now, the rest of his life, he's going to be in a whatever size. You always hear 4x8 or whatever it is, but whatever size it is, he's going to be there. He'll probably get 1 hour a day out to exercise, and he'll be right back in outside of going to the doctor's office,
no snacks. Stuff. You can't
can never have M&Ms again. What would you do if you could never have M&Ms again?
I just got a big bag today.
Oh, I know. It's a real thing for Chris.
Don't do that to me.
I know. What did I tell you when you told me about the commissary thing? Remember when I told you I would raise my hand in court and ask the judge?
Oh, yeah.
Said, you sure you can't just kill me if I get that snacks? Can we get that back on the table? No, I mean, it's...
So you get breakfast, lunch, dinner.
That's right. 3 hots and a cot.
I mean, you don't get anything.
As he shouldn't.
No, I totally agree. But
no, I know you do. But he's... But it is crazy. It's crazy. So if you were on a jury, I'm getting ready to get you out of jury duty. If you were on a jury...
I know how to get... There's 2 ways to get off of jury duty.
Oh, well, tell us, Chris.
All right.
Here it comes. Everybody listen up.
So you're sitting in the courtroom.
That's right.
And doing all that good stuff. Just start doing this. They're going to go, what? You know what? You go home, buddy.
I want to serve on a jury so bad because I want the experience of it. I just would like to experience it.
I've sat on one.
I've been called to jury duty. I even made it to the round of interviews. Can't get past the interview.
Can't get past the interview.
I'm doing something wrong. I don't know if it's me. I don't know what it is, but I think it's the way I look. I think it's my big mouth. I think it's a lot of things, but I can't get past it. And I don't want to. I'm not one of these guys who wants to be on a jury so I can convict somebody. I just want the experience of serving on a jury. I think that would be an interesting experience.
I can't remember what year it was, but I was on a jury. I was on a civil case, a wrongful death of a child. Of a child.
Yeah, I disagreed with your decision. I did.
It was a malpractice.
I know. Scott Mick was on that jury.
Yes, he was.
Because the 3 of us had this conversation. You're 2 of my favorite people in the whole world, and I told you both you got it dead wrong.
Oh, not even close.
Dead wrong. Go ahead.
You didn't hear the evidence like we did.
Dead wrong.
It was a no-brainer. I don't know.
You're right. The other way. You had one job. One job.
We got our job done.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
We got our job done.
Yeah. Looks like they missed you on the old throwing them off the...
So I'm on that jury, and then the judge, great district judge, says,
Still sitting?
"Oh yeah,
Oh boy.
be careful. Use your words wisely here." So he's, if you want to be excused, that's fine. He's like, I won't get called back in there again. So a couple weeks later, the old random, they call your name. I'm back in the box.
Back in the box.
Back in the box. I'm like, wow, the odds of this.
Well, you're a pro.
It was in May. It was in May, and that was the year I got to do the 5A and 6A state baseball tournament. And this is a murder trial. Those can
go a while.
It could go for a while. And I'm like, I really can't miss the state baseball tournament. Although it's a murder trial.
Megan's watching.
Yeah. So she's reporting right now, taking down minutes.
That's right.
She's going to be putting this in the blue letters. As long as it's not the red letters. Red letters means you got a date.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. Blue letters means something happened.
Yeah, don't do the red letters.
And so it's a murder trial. And this is before I'm doing sports. I'm not into the news business yet on this one. Or maybe I was just starting. I can't remember. And they go through the list of police officers and dispatchers. And I'm trying to get off. I didn't think I was going to get in the box, but I'm in the box. Now it's my duty to get off. You
don't want to fulfill your civic responsibility?
Well, I did it for 4 days.
Oh, people fought in World War II for 5 years. You can't give them 5 days.
Well, I had a state baseball tournament.
Baseball is more important than your civic duty.
So
this is ridiculous.
They start naming all these people. And like, do you know these people? Oh, yeah. I know all of the dispatchers. I know.
Did you know all of them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A good part of them.
Did you know the murder suspect?
Yeah. Didn't know her personally.
But you knew of him?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
Which murder was this?
Kaylee Fryer.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I got to do the big national show for that one.
Oh, I know. You think about that. You'd have missed your...
Was what?
I think there might be another one coming your way.
Yeah, probably so.
I think this one coming up in April might make the cut.
Yeah, yeah. So I raised my hand. I know all of them, and the judge was like, "How do you know them?" I said, "Well, I grew up here my entire life,
like everybody else in the courtroom."
And the judge said, "Will that keep you from being? Will you still be able to be a fair and impartial juror?"
You said yes.
Well, yeah,
absolutely. I believe that. Yeah.
And then they said, "Do you know anything about this case?" Boom.
See ya.
Yes, I do.
You were one of the first on the scene, probably.
No, I wasn't. This was just before I started news.
Okay, so you had.
I started covering the news
right after that.
Right soon after that.
Okay.
And they said, "Do you know any details?" I said, "Yeah."
Because that's your guarantee way off now.
Yeah. I'm probably done.
I think if I go,
unless it's a civil deal.
Josh Siebold says, "Just tell him you're a pastor. Immediate removal."
Pastors, isn't that partial, not fair?
Well, I don't know. I'm just repeating. I'm fair and balanced, like you always say.
So I go, yeah, I've read details. I know about the details. I know what happened, all that good stuff. I know the connection with the boyfriend and the dad. Judge says, "Will that keep you from being fair and impartial?" It's like, no, I can be fair and impartial.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting nervous. I got state championship games too.
Oh, we know, Chris.
And I'm like, okay, Judge, I said, I got state baseball tournament. I really don't want to miss that. He said, "You know what?
You served already.
You served already.
Yep.
You're excused."
Well, that's fair.
Judge of the year.
That's fair. That's fair. Would you want me on if you were on trial and we didn't know each other, but you knew, like, we don't know.
No, I don't want you.
Why do you not want me on? Because I really want to figure out why I can't make the cut. Why?
Too aggressive. You're going to give me you're too aggressive.
You're making a lot of assumptions.
Well, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what you look at juror when you sit down and look at jurors. That's what you got to. Yeah, you're gone. You get only 3 picks, and sometimes you get 6 picks. It depends on the case, but you get to kick 3 off or 6 off, whatever it may be.
Can they dismiss you without asking you any questions?
Well, you fill out a survey or you fill out paperwork.
Like what kind of questions they ask you on that?
View on the death penalty and.
Yeah. What'd you say on that?
It wasn't a death penalty case.
Oh, so you didn't have
to
cross that bridge.
I think it's still on there. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done it.
Well, I think I'd be a fair and impartial juror.
Are you trying to get on one?
Badly.
So they probably don't. That can't say that. That's one of the things they don't. If you want on there, they usually
this could all be part of my plan to never get on a jury.
That's one of the things they don't want people to be there. And being a teacher, being a teacher doesn't get you off either.
There's only 3 people in the town I wouldn't give a fair trial to.
3 people
Only
you
3.
couldn't be fair?
Only 3. Now,
You couldn't be fair at all.
4. There's 4 people.
Do you have to raise your hand? And,
Oh. Yeah, swear on the good book.
Yeah, you do swear.
Oh, yeah. Don't you think, though, we're having fun, but don't you think people lie when they ask them about the death, how their feelings on the death
I've
penalty?
seen it happen. It happened to
Deputy Wade.
Yeah.
I mean, see, I think there should be some kind of, and I know it's impossible to enforce, but I wish there was some way for that to be a crime to obviously lie. Now, all you got to do is say, well, no, that's not why I made the decision. But that person came off afterwards and said, basically said they didn't believe in the death penalty.
Yeah.
So, yeah, crazy deal.
Yeah, it really is.
We talk about unicorns and puppies.
And those are tough, man, because I was listening every day of that trial.
That's a no.
And I can see, how that's a tough decision. Because we can talk about, I would do it. I'd do it in a heartbeat. But, man, when you're truly making that, now I would have done it. I'm just saying. But when you truly hear both sides and the family, you're like,
who do they normally
I just
pick?
say that. But
who do they normally pick as the captain of the jury, the jury foreman?
The foreman, that's...
what kind of personality do they look for?
Well, every jury's different.
Because if I want to be the captain, I want to be in charge.
Well, yeah. This is where I'm talking about the aggressive part.
I'm eager.
I thought I was going to be the jury foreman on that.
No, you're too trying to think of the right word here. You're
persuasive?
No. You're sneaky.
Sneaky?
Well, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, you're not sneaky about things that matter in life. I mean, you're an honest guy. You work hard. You treat people fairly. But
here comes the but.
No, but I mean,
there it is.
But you're just. Well, I can't fully trust anybody that ever had a rat tail, Chris. Or anybody that was ever fired for stealing a honey bun.
I was not fired. I quit.
Before you were fired.
That's cap.
17 cents?
27.
27 cents. Had it in your pocket.
I had 27 cents in my pocket. Mm-hmm. 25 cents for the honey bun, 2 cents for the tax.
Your mom told me it was the only time she's ever been ashamed of you.
Only time what?
Only time she's ever been ashamed of you was when you got fired for stealing.
I did not get fired.
Well, I report you decide.
Wrongfully accused.
Yeah. Stopped could have been a great career.
Okay, so here it is. So back in I was 16 years old.
Okay.
And I'm working until basketball season.
That's about 4 years after the rat tail. Go ahead.
It was not 4 years.
Oh.
So
but there was a rat tail.
It was at a very adolescent age, yes, there was a rat tail.
I will pay anybody $100 that can produce a picture of Chris Evans with a rat tail. Aunt Janet, Cousin Nate, anybody can get me a picture of Chris with a rat tail. And please, God, let him have a half shirt on.
With my Strike Force shirt on.
That's right. Please, Lord, give me this. I'll pay anybody $100 that can produce me a picture of Chris Evans with a rat tail. Go ahead.
We were the Alley Cats.
Oh, boy. You had a gang?
Well, it was our bowling league, the Alley Cats.
You're in a bowling league?
Absolutely. We were good. I went to the state tournament.
What? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Were you in choir in high school?
Nope.
I was in choir.
Well, you had to in 6th grade.
I was in pop chorale. I was in choir.
We usually beat those kids up.
I was very well rounded.
So I got to defend myself on this honey bun conspiracy thing that you had thrown out in the public here.
Well, I mean, it's well documented. I have more than 2 sources that this occurred.
So, I'm 16.
Yeah.
Working at a grocery store.
That's right. Refuses to go in there to this day. Go ahead.
Unless they have a really good deal on
well, now if you can save a buck,
on some ribeyes.
Yeah.
So, at that time, back in the day, a honey bun was 25 cents.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
And with tax, 27 cents. On that day, I had 27 cents in my pocket. I was probably working either a 4-hour shift or an 8-hour shift. But every 4 hours, back in the day, I don't know if it's still the case, but every 4 hours you get a 15-minute break. It was the Sunday. It was busy. And so...
Wait. You stole on the Lord's Day?
It was a Sunday.
The Lord's Day. That's
so...
great. Just keeps getting better.
I I get my honey bun like I ate all the time during that time. I always ate a honey bun.
Had you always paid for them prior to this?
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to just get the facts. Go ahead.
So I get my honey bun, and I go to check out. The lines go into the aisle. They're beyond busy, which is why I was taking a break. It was time to break time. And so I go to the break room. I eat my honey bun, and I have the wrapper on the table. Now I'm just chilling.
Had you paid for it?
No, the line was too long.
Prior to consumption, you had not paid for it.
Correct.
Well, there we go. It's gray area.
I had the wrapper of my honey bun with me, and the person said,
Do they still live in town?
I can't remember who came in.
If they do you think every time they see you, they go, thief?
So it was the security, whoever that was.
Oh, boy.
And said, this person would like to speak with you. And they said, you can go home.
Oh, we don't need your service.
The owner or whoever will talk to you tomorrow. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Or general manager, whoever it was. Absolutely.
You were ready to defend yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was like, yes.
16-year-old Chris.
Let me talk to him.
Recently free of the rat tail.
Because they were like, you not pay for that. I go, yeah, I got the wrapper right here, and here's my 27 cents.
Were you on the west side then? Because it's the best side?
I was on the east side.
East side. Okay. What was the name of the gang?
I really don't want to get into that.
What was the name of the gang?
The gang?
Well, your bowling gang. What was the name of it?
Oh, well, we're the Alley Cats.
Alley Cats.
In 6th grade, our bowling team was the Strike Daddies. We were good. Miss Novi's gym class.
What was your average?
Oh, I can't remember, but I was probably, average-wise, probably 135, 140 average. But obviously I had more. I rode higher than that. But anyway, I tried to tell the boss there, and he goes, you're going to have to come talk to
the big boss.
Big boss tomorrow morning.
Well, they do this.
I was like, good.
They typically do that when we're talking about theft.
So before I go to school, go in there and talk to the guy, and he goes, do you know why you're being terminated?
Oh, terminated.
I said, no, because I quit yesterday.
See, that's what I mean. You knew you were getting ready to get terminated, so you quickly said, I quit yesterday.
He wouldn't even listen to what I had to say.
But you're over this, right?
You reminded me, but I had my 27 cents. By the way, I gave him the 27 cents.
I've never been fired in my life.
I've never been fired either. I quit.
I've also never stolen.
I didn't steal either.
I always pay for things before I consume them.
The lines were full.
Again, back to inconvenience to Chris. So so you made your own rules, and then you had to deal with the consequences.
So I get 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If I stand in line, I'm in that line for 15, maybe 20 minutes.
Well, eat your honey bun. You could stand in line. Say, no, I've got my 27 cents.
I was ready to sit down for my break.
Did you tell the checker, hey, listen, I've got my honey bun. I've got to go on break.
I didn't think about that.
I'm just saying there's tons of options that would have prevented your termination and possibly the ending of a very illustrious career in the grocery business.
Sacking groceries.
Well, today sacking groceries, tomorrow the CEO.
Met my wife for the first time sacking groceries.
Oh, and you're mocking that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just thinking the one good thing that came out of that. Well, we didn't talk or anything.
You almost got a free honey bun. That would have been two things.
Yeah, I paid for that honey bun.
Well, that's what you say now.
I wonder if they put that in the cash register.
Hindsight's 20/20. Nobody ever accused me of stealing anything.
Phil, Brittany says you should sing for us sometime.
Where's Brittany saying this?
Does it matter? I mean,
our Brittany?
Yeah.
What does she want to hear?
Oh, request and dedication.
Oh, yeah.
Keep reaching for the stars.
I do pretty well in the ballads. Sing a ballad pretty
What's that one guy that you like that's horrible?
Tom T. Hall. He's not horrible.
Tom T. Hall.
Tom T. Hall is a musical genius.
Kent Lux, I'm catching up on some of our YouTube. No sweet tea. Well,
he doesn't want to show the name.
I got 2 sweet teas.
If you're not a sponsor, he doesn't want it on the TVs.
So I might have a sweet tea deal, but I have actually 2 sweet teas.
So what kind of if you got arrested, not for the honey bun caper, you dodged that bullet, but if you if you were to get arrested, and nothing for horrible, but it required you to go before a judge.
Whew, that scares me so much.
What kind of judge would you hope you get?
A fair judge.
You're already plotting, already planning.
I mean, they're all
You're
great,
keeping your options
great,
open. Keeping your options open right now.
Great,
Because that's not what you say in the privates. You have a favorite judge.
I got two really.
No, there's
great.
one that stands out above the rest. You remember when we both almost got arrested when we were watching the trial once?
I think you would have gone way before me.
You would have went. No, you'd have went because you were trying so hard not to laugh.
I lost 3 pounds sweating.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That really was.
How we
fun.
didn't.
No, I really don't know
I think
how.
we'd have gotten excused.
Oh no, you two gentlemen need to leave. Yeah. But
Which is embarrassing enough. Which would have been.
Oh, I would have ran out of there feeling so happy if that's all we got at that point. I mean, it was not good. That's still one of the funniest moments ever for me in my life. Absolutely hilarious. So
okay. So I got a clue on GF Guthrie.
Oh, well, let me hear this.
Tom T. Hall is good. Classic country all day.
I like him. I like him now.
And I love classic country music.
Which is Tom T. Hall.
Oh, my gosh. I had never heard
Do you consider Luke Bryan a country artist?
a pop country artist.
I said a country artist.
Pop country artist.
So not a country artist. Careful.
For today's country music,
I
yes.
didn't say, no. Is he cut from the
yes,
same mold
he's-
is he cut from the same mold as a George Jones or a Conway Twitty or any of those, or go a next generation of like a Merle Haggard or the next generation of George Strait or Alan Jackson, or I mean, is he cut from that mold?
It's different. It's different times.
I'm so tired of that answer for everything.
But he's not a country legend.
Well, no, I mean,
Those guys are country legends.
who is the biggest country legend ever in your mind? Not the obvious one.
Tracy Lawrence?
No, yeah. He's very, very good. He's top. I'd say Tracy Lawrence is top 25. I mean, we just, you know what? I regret bringing this up, but he's top 25. Tracy Lawrence top 25.
Better there.
Losing viewers as we go. So, would you agree top 25 for Tracy Lawrence?
Yeah.
Do you think he deserves to be higher than that? I think that's about right.
Yeah. So, I think Garth Brooks is probably the all-time legend.
No, he's not. George Jones.
He wasn't selling out concerts and all the songs like Garth Brooks is.
We didn't have the mediums to sell out concerts and do all the stuff Garth Brooks was doing.
GF Guthrie, laugh out loud. Any country past 1984 isn't really country.
That's
or
right.
Country pop.
That's right.
I'm on record. 90s country is the best genre of all time. Not even close. 80s rock, probably number 2. Well, 80s soft rock.
Spoken like a man that never lived through the 70s.
Oh, that might be the worst decade of music.
You hate the Beatles.
Highly overrated, yes.
You know, they have more songs that were number one hits than literally anybody.
Happy Birthday, Hold My Hand.
That's right.
They say it's your birthday. Oh, Yellow Submarine.
Oh, great. That's classic.
Yellow Submarine.
Classic.
Yeah, the Beatles.
Johnny Cash, thank you. George Strait, outstanding.
Oh, George Strait's fantastic. Saw him in concert. I mean, he played.
Conway Twitty.
Oh,
you love
yeah.
Conway
Love it.
Twitty.
Grew up with Conway.
Twitty.
8-track, Alabama.
I love Alabama. So good. So good. Brooks and Dunn early. I love Brooks and Dunn.
Yep, still love Brooks. And
Yeah, still love them.
Reba McEntire, saw her in concert.
Love Reba.
You know who's coming in concert to Tulsa? In fact, I got an email today.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I've seen her once in concert before.
Who's that?
I think I'm gonna pull the trigger and go to Tulsa in March.
Who?
Shania Twain.
I mean, if she could ever get past her looks, she would have been incredible.
She looks so different. If she walked in right now, I might not recognize her. She's changed so much.
Absolutely. Her attitude you would recognize.
She has an attitude?
No, I'm saying just her presence.
Yeah.
She's, talk about an entertainer.
What do you mean?
Oh, you know what I mean. She's an entertainer.
No, her looks have changed.
Well, she's gotten older, Chris. I didn't look like this in 1983.
But besides the hair, I'd be able to pick you out. She looks totally different.
I don't think totally different's right.
I think so.
Keith Whitley. Oh, Ryan Cotting. Great question. I think Keith Whitley had a very short career as a well-known artist. But two things. If you can pull Lori Morgan, you get a vote for me.
Lori Morgan's been married 25 times.
If you can pull Lori Morgan, you get a vote from me. But his voice, one of the most unique voices ever in country music. A great voice. Great voice. One of my favorites. Very, very good.
Casey Musgraves is a great new country singer. I don't think I know her.
Well, so if you could go see, and now, again, we got to set Tracy Lawrence aside because everybody knows. But outside of Tracy,
he's coming to concert in November. Oh,
I know, Chris. Okay, are you ever going to release the video shot of you at the latest Tracy Lawrence concert?
I don't think I've seen the video.
I have it.
You have it? Your phone?
Do I have your permission?
Not in public. I have to see it first. Yeah, November 19th, Tracy Lawrence will be in Oklahoma. That's a Saturday.
He is borderline stalker.
I'm not a stalker.
Oh, you absolutely
If I was a stalker, I'd try to go to his house or write him a letter.
The people on the stage literally went like this to you at one point.
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
I've got the video.
Listen. That guy was being a jerk.
Did he do this?
It was after the concert.
But did he do this?
Well, if he would acknowledge me, I wouldn't have to repeat myself.
Did he do this?
I think he might have done this.
Okay. All right. So who's the one country singer you'd want to see? It could be somebody you've already seen, but who's your favorite artist?
Man, I don't know if I can narrow it down to one.
Mine would be Johnny Cash. Just
Johnny Cash?
So cool. Just so cool. Keith died very young, too.
Yeah.
Very young.
So she's married to Keith Whitley.
Oh, back to Lori?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In 91, she married Brad Thompson.
Well, she was in love, Chris.
But divorced in 93.
Well, it didn't work out.
During her marriage to Thompson, she suffered that. She dated Troy Aikman.
Which she did.
1993.
Yeah.
But separated.
Well,
94, 96.
Things happen.
Actor and politician Fred Thompson.
Well, Fred was a little older. She had daddy issues.
Increased her personal interest in political matters.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. She was
then she married singer John Randall in 96.
Well, yeah, what is that, 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got divorced in 99.
Again,
things
happen.
She married her 5th husband.
That's number 5. Okay.
Sammy Kershaw.
Who could... Sammy, you love Sammy Kershaw.
I've seen him in concert.
Is he still alive?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on the TikTok, too. So she married him in 2001. She filed for divorce.
Well, he wasn't treating her right.
In 2007.
That's right. Problems.
She filed for Chapter 7 in 2008. She stated her bankruptcy because she didn't watch her own money.
That's right.
Her 6th marriage took place in 2010 to businessman Randy White.
She was in love. How are they doing?
No update after that. So
I think they're still hanging on.
So 6 husbands.
There's a lot of love to go around.
So do you blame the guy? Like
well,
husband
of course,
4?
It couldn't be Lori. She's an angel.
Husband number 4, husband number 5.
She's an angel. 6. She never got over Keith.
Apparently so.
No, she never got. She even said that in an interview. Love of her life was Keith. She never got over Keith.
Kent Luck says Merle.
Merle's way up there for me. Way up there for me.
GF Guthrie, Phil, check out Same Trailer, Different Park by Casey Musgraves. If you like old country singing, side guitar and all.
Now, I do like Luke Combs. It's a current artist.
Ice cold beer.
I do like Luke. I like Luke, and I like Taggummit, Tennessee Whiskey.
Chris Stapleton.
I love Chris Stapleton. I think he has an incredible voice too. So I like those guys.
Kent Luck says John Michael Montgomery.
Yes, very There's another young man.
I've seen him in concert.
The other man that just won Entertainer of the Year, Cody.
Which Garth Brooks is now he pulled himself
Took himself out so somebody else could win, but but no, he's amazing. But what's Cody's? Just one Entertainer.
Cody Knox.
Cody Knox. Now you're just being funny.
Well, he said.
Well, type up Entertainer of the Year. Is that what
Luke Combs.
No,
Jason Aldean.
Cody something. Cody Johnson. Thank you, Marvindale. Cody Johnson. I like him a lot.
I don't think I know him.
He's old school. Got his Wranglers.
Is Eric
Tony
Church old
Lamas.
school? I mean, besides the glasses.
No.
He wears sunglasses all the time.
No.
He canceled a concert so he can go to North Carolina basketball Final Four game.
Yeah, he cares more about himself than his fans. I'm just saying.
That would be tough.
Okay. Somebody asked me this.
About me?
Yes.
Why do people ask you about me?
People ask you about me. Well,
that's the truth.
But that answers your own darn question right there, doesn't it?
Look, he's not as loud. He's not as mean.
Well, right.
He means well.
Got a good heart.
Got a great heart.
Yeah. Bless his heart.
He'd do anything for anybody.
Bless his heart.
He can be loud. Yes.
Sometimes he regrets what he says.
He thinks before he speaks.
No, he doesn't think before he speaks.
But, yeah, he does. Yeah.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
But a fair percentage of the time.
He didn't mean it. He thought about it later. And
he's very sorry.
Yeah, I've got them all down.
No.
Yeah.
So I got asked about Chris. This is what I got asked about.
Do I know this person?
Oh, yeah. So I got asked.
I hate when this happens.
I got asked about Chris. They said, what's Chris really like? I grew up with Chris.
Oh, boy.
But I never really knew him. We were in different groups.
I was friends with everybody.
Well,
still am.
Evidently not everybody, because this person was very poignant that you grew up, same class, but didn't really know you because you guys were in different groups. One of the sweetest people I know that lives in Guthrie.
What group was I in?
Oh, she didn't say.
She? Okay.
That's right. I'm giving you hints.
Was I mean to her?
No, didn't say you were mean.
Okay.
Just said,
I didn't think I mean
No. Just said, what's he really like? And I said, you grew up with him? I said, and you don't know what he's really like? This is the part that's going to hurt you a little bit. I don't even want to say it.
I don't like this.
I don't even want to say it.
I'm going to be...
You know what? I'm not going to say it.
No, go ahead.
No, I don't think it's a good idea. You won't recover.
I'm already up to 2 o'clock in the morning.
You won't recover.
I'm going through the yearbook right now.
You will not recover.
I'm going through the yearbook right now, so in my head right now.
She said that you always seem to want to try to fit in with the cool kids.
Fit in with the cool kids.
That didn't say you weren't one of them, but said you were.
I was, but
that you were more.
I want to be.
That you not a want to be. That you didn't necessarily pay attention to kids that weren't in that group. Kind of shoot your whole. I was nice to everybody.
I was.
Well, that's what you think.
That's what I tried. I can't please everybody.
Well,
a classmate, a girl.
That's right. One of the sweetest people I've known since I moved together.
Do I talk to her often?
Oh, yeah, you see.
You went to the chamber. Thing
Oh, this didn't happen recently.
Oh.
No, this is probably about a year ago. Now, if you know Chris Evans, you know this is sincerely bothering him right now.
Yeah, no, I'm up till 2 o'clock going through
Sincerely bothering. So, I don't know. Do you think I should just tell you off the air?
Oh, yeah.
You want me to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not doing it. I gave them my word I wouldn't say anything.
Does she like me now?
Yeah, no, she thinks.
I didn't do anything wrong to her.
No, you weren't mean or anything like that. But she said it's just weird. I grew up with Chris. We're in the same class. I just never really felt like I knew him. I still don't feel like I really know him now because I just see, like everybody sees you reporting the news and doing stuff and stuff. Just asked me what kind of person you really were, and I said he's not as young as everybody thinks he is, and he's not as nice as everybody thinks he is.
So she ever approached me trying to have a conversation or a friendship?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In high school.
Oh, in high school.
Uh-huh.
So she had the hots for me.
Well, I think you might have shot her down.
I shot a girl down?
I think you did. Not in that way. Not in that way.
Well, no, then, yeah.
You were firmly with Sam.
Senior year.
Yeah. Well, that's true, but not in that way. Just she made efforts to, like try to connect on a friendship level, and you weren't receptive to that. weren't mean, but just, kind of blew her off. The reason I'm telling you this, it's important to know that how you treat people sticks with them for a long time.
Absolutely, it does.
Because this is how many years later? How long have you been out of high school?
A little bit, but
that's right.
I always think about that. I'm always
should have thought about it a little more back in high school.
Maybe sometimes I feel Jesus didn't die for perfect people.
That's right. Died for all of us, Chris.
Classmate, female. Lives in Guthrie?
Oh, yeah.
Has a business in Guthrie?
No. Know her husband very well, too.
I know the husband very well.
Oh, yeah. I've had conversations with her husband.
Well, I don't like how this is going.
Well, let's move on. Let's talk about something else. We'll circle back around on this.
Did you vote today?
No, I vote on Election Day.
Early voting started today.
Vote early and often. That's the American way these days.
Yeah, I vote on Election Day as well.
Yeah, I like going in and casting my ballot and doing
Getting
the whole.
sticker.
Yeah, I like the whole process of it.
Luckily, locally, there's no
crazy things
happening. So,
governor race.
When's the last time I talked to this girl, lady?
Chris, we're off this.
No.
So the governor's race is a big deal.
State superintendent's
a big deal.
Then everything else is whatever.
Yeah,
those are the two big ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that because that's the one everyone's talking
now
about.
You really want to see recreational marijuana pass?
March 7th. Vote no.
Well, no, it's not what you tell me off the air. When we're driving the dirt roads, listening to music.
Listen to Merle Haggard.
Yep. You're completely disheveled.
So how old is her husband? Have I had lunch with her husband?
I don't know. We never have. I don't know if you have or haven't. But
Does he own a business?
He does not. I've said too much. So on the governor's race, is it going to be as close as what people are saying? I see polls that say Joy's winning. I see polls that it's even. And I see polls that Governor Stitt's winning by 10 points. So I don't know what to believe.
I don't believe Joy's ahead.
No, I don't think she is either.
I don't think she's ahead. No. I don't think they're even.
No.
I think
Stitt wins, but I think it's closer than what many of us thought it would be 5-6 months ago.
If Stitt wins by 7% or less, it's a huge victory for Joy.
I would agree with that. Does Walters win state superintendent?
That's a close one.
Yeah.
And I say this real quick on the state superintendent's race, and everyone, I think it's voting for the less of the two evils, I think, right now. But
two of the most unlikable people I've ever met. And they're probably both really nice people. I don't know either one of them.
Yeah, I don't know either one of them.
But just on the surface, when I see them in debates and stuff, I'm like, I wouldn't want to hang out with either one of these people.
I think Ryan Walters is the most political candidate out there of all the more political than Langford and Mullen and everyone else that's on the ballot. But anyway,
what do you base that on? What are you saying that? I mean,
I'm watching debates.
You think he's more political than Mullen?
Maybe not Mullen.
They're
pretty close.
He single-handedly got us out of Afghanistan to hear him talk.
Yeah.
So,
but do remember this. Whoever you vote for state superintendent, remember there's a lot of checks and balances on that deal.
They can't do anything
without the state legislature.
I mean, they can do nothing.
So he wants all these vouchers because he is paid by people who are in that business. He makes more money with them than he does his state secretary of education job, but nonetheless, good for him if you can get it. So if he does get elected, there's checks and balances. State legislature, it's your people like Colin Dool that you need to be talking to, your state reps and your state senator. Actually, more so Chuck Hall, a senator, and all the other senators. Those are where it really
happens.
It's really happens.
Yeah.
And right now, I don't think state vouchers will even be heard on that state house side for probably 2 years with the current speaker. I don't think he even wants to hear about it. Now we'll see what the next speaker in year 3 and 4 of if Walters were to win. That's another deal.
Have you seen on both sides? Okay, so have you seen as many negative ads for a governor's race as you have these two? I mean, every night, negative ads on Stitt, negative ads on Joy. I mean, it's just back. I mean, it's just negative.
I'm sure I have. I'm trying to remember if I even seen a positive one for Joy.
I mean, if two 10-year-olds acted like this, administrators would tell them they're going to sit there until they can be nice to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. And I'm not, I mean, debate the differences, debate the issues, but it's just insane. And there's things about Stitt I do not like. There's things about Joy I do not like. Mm-hmm. You know, I think there's a lot of Oklahomans that feel that way right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes for an interesting race.
It does, and I think when you look at the majority of Oklahomans, the safe bet for the majority of Oklahomans would be vote Republican. You kind of know what you're getting for the most part, I think.
Yep.
The Democrat side, a lot of Republicans don't even want to even entertain the idea of a Democrat being in there. So that's why it's going to be hard to overcome those right now. I think that is shrinking a little bit with the particular candidates, but Election Day will be interesting to watch. There's no doubt on that.
On the national level, do you think, do the Republicans get the Senate and the House? Do they get just the House?
See,
do they get neither? Do they?
I got to be honest with you. I don't know a whole lot about that stuff. I couldn't tell you. I know Herschel Walker's running. I know that one.
I think that's a lot closer than what we think.
Georgia. So the
Oz race has gotten a lot.
Dr. I knew about. Is it Maryland? Is that Maryland?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I'm more of a local state deal. Yeah. So I usually.
You always say I'm responsible for the national stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a prediction. I think Oz will squeak out a victory over the gentleman in PA simply because of the debate that occurred a week or so ago and the gentleman that had a stroke. I mean, it's quite obvious that he struggles, and that's unfortunate. I'm not saying he struggles. No, I'm saying he had a stroke. And so he struggles. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be concerned about putting somebody when they don't know definitively how his health is. And I think Herschel Walker is going to squeak out a close one in Georgia. I think it's going to be, both those races going to be really, really close. But I think he'll squeak that out in Georgia as well. Yeah. Politics is just so dirty and nasty. I mean, it's just so disgusting.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason why I'm surprised you like watching it so much on the local and state level, because you genuinely don't like those things. I mean, those types of things in your life.
I'm starting to get too negative with it.
Yeah.
You know what? And I watched. I don't know how to say this. Looking for lies, looking for how they politically savvy, how they talk around the issues and don't answer questions. I'm getting more into that, which is not good. So maybe I need a break. Maybe it's elections time too. So it's after November 8th, we can be done for a while and all that good stuff.
Cousin Nate, do you think the current administration in charge of our country will play a role in people's voting at the local level? It's a good question. I think it will have an impact at the local level, at the state level. I think it will have.
Oh yeah.
I think and I think
that's what
they're doing.
That's what Walters and Stitt are doing.
Yeah.
They're linking Joy and
although I did see an ad this morning when I was getting ready this morning, and it was Joy saying, "I know how to put Joe Biden and Kevin Stitt in timeout when needed," which I thought was one of the most creative ads. I mean, I chuckled when I read it, when I heard it. It was funny, and there's a lot of things about Joy that listen. I don't know Joy at all. I've never met the lady.
I haven't either.
I've met Kevin Stitt.
Yeah.
I respect Kevin Stitt, what he did in the business sector.
Yep.
I think that's very impressive.
That's what got him elected in the first go-round. He beat the who's who back in that.
Yeah. He's Trump. He's Trump light.
Yes. He's turned that way.
Yeah. Joy, I'll just be brutally honest. We score horribly in test scores. We're constantly saying the system's broke. She was in charge of that system, and I don't know a whole lot of changes she made. I can be missing some things. I'll file that disclaimer, but there's nothing about her that jumps off the table that tells me that she would be a fabulous governor either. You know this. Over the Stitt's reign, I've had moments where I've called you Matter and a Hornet at him.
Yeah.
I think national politics will play a role in those elections. And I think it's just, obviously, we all know this. It's very difficult if you have a D in the state of Oklahoma to win an election in Oklahoma. You can.
Kendra Horn did it.
Right.
In Oklahoma County.
But it is difficult.
It is difficult.
It is difficult. At a statewide race.
It's very difficult.
That was not
obviously statewide.
Yeah, so they're running They're running uphill before they ever start. I do think there's people out there.
And that's why I think Joy went to the Democrat side, because she think this is her best chance of winning up in
instead of in the primary. Yeah.
I
think Stitt would have rolled her in the primary. And I think you're right. She became a Democrat overnight because she thought that gave her the best chance.
Which she's not the first one to try this.
No, there's people do that all the time.
Yeah.
Trump did it. Trump was a Democrat he was Democrat, then he was a Republican, he was a Democrat, he was a Republican, he was Democrat. So he's made a career out of doing that. But I think where Joy is very good is I think she connects. She's a very good speaker.
Yep.
And I think she does a good job. I catch myself liking her when I hear her talk. I'm not talking about the issues. I'm talking about just her personality and just kind of how she goes about things.
Kevin Stitt probably has an easier time talking to the owners of all the oil and gas.
Well, yeah, he's pro-business.
Where Joy can maybe talk to easier time to the people.
Yeah, and I think
the school teachers, the business owners.
Listen, if you're a school teacher in Oklahoma, most, not all, but I should say many teachers, friends that I know, are very adamantly in the Joy camp that I know are Republicans. And are very conservative in their life and very conservative in their how they live their life. This is what I don't like. I don't like the hyperbole. I don't like when Walters talks about, he lumps all the teachers together about teaching critical race theory and teaching all this stuff.
I know,
the woke deal and the woke this and the woke that. And, I know a lot of teachers, as you do. We all know they're out there in every profession that you could say are extreme. I'm not talking about
one
those
girl,
topics.
my classmate. She's not a teacher, is she?
I can't answer that.
Okay, go ahead.
Could be getting warm, but I think there's a husband might work for the state, but
works for the state.
I said might, but I think that. It's wrong when we just make these broad brush statements. In one breath you say, I got to protect our schools from these woke teachers.
Political talking points.
Right. And then in the next breath say, well, I have respect for 99% of our teachers. Well, okay. I mean, which is it? And so I can get why Walters wears you out, right? I get that. I do. I get that. But it'll be interesting. The good news for me is it's all over in 6 days.
Yeah. Marvin Dell brings up a good point. Her change of parties, I think, also hurts her.
I agree with that.
I agree.
With some people. Yeah.
Because the radical right won't even consider the radical right will go straight party vote and be done with their deal. But I think Joy will get obviously all the Democrat votes.
Yeah.
Which is less than Republican votes.
Well, the mass
majority. But I
majority.
think she'll get the moderate Republican, not all of them, but a good part of the moderate Republican.
The fastest growing party right now in Oklahoma is the Independent Party.
Okay.
And
I can't go independent because then I can't vote on my local.
Right. But
stuff.
that's the votes they're battling for, are those independent voters.
Yeah.
And I think those independent votes are going to go based on why you became independent.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the issue that pushed you? I registered as an independent years ago. I'm one of those people. I changed parties because I wanted to be able to vote and support Colin Dewell in this last election. And so I switched to the Republican Party. But I was independent for years.
A long time.
And I switched to the Independent Party because, as you know, I've said this, I don't trust either damn one of them. I don't trust the Democratic Party. I don't trust the Republican Party. I don't trust either one.
They're not going to be perfect, and they are put in positions where they absolutely have to make decisions.
Well, I don't want perfection, but I would like to not feel like they're trying to pull a gag on everybody in America.
Yeah.
Because I believe this. I believe at the national level, there's 535 of those folks up there. And I think when they get done, they get on TV, C-SPAN or whatever, and they argue and go at it, and I think they go have drinks and food in the evening. Both parties together.
Yeah.
I mean, so
That's where they make their money.
I'm distrusting of all of them. So, but the Independent Party is growing quickly.
Yeah.
So, interesting. Makes up 1/5 of the registered voters in Oklahoma.
I was going to look that up.
1/5. I just saw that this morning on the news.
1/5 of Oklahomans.
Oklahomans are registered
20%.
independent. Yep, registered independent.
And see, that's the deal. I think Joy's done a good job with this, but most of these folks talk to their base. They don't talk to the people in the middle, like the independents.
Well, and what we always say is they literally talked for an hour and changed nobody's mind.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like Ted Cruz came for the rally for Governor Stitt.
Well, that's going to change somebody's vote.
DeSantis, the governor for Florida, endorsed Stitt, which is, if I'm Stitt, I want every endorsement like that.
Well, I want DeSantis.
But it changes.
Well, and then, but
how many people's votes?
But from Eufaula, OU football
Selman's.
quarterback, not Eufaula.
J.C. White's.
J.C. White's endorsed Joy.
Yeah,
lifelong Republican. Endorsed Joy.
Not as strong as he once was.
And then I'll tell you the stuff that affects me more than anything. And I'll say here locally in our town, there was a post and an article on Jerry Ball. And today, I don't know if you saw that or not, where it was pretty telling. If you go to his grandson's Facebook page, he shared the article. But
educator or not educator?
Well, they're all educators in the Ball family on that side. Jeff's son, Tanner. But if you go,
my classmate, who I think we're still friends.
Well, it's all on the table.
It is now.
No, I know. You can't unring the bell. All you can do is try to get better going forward. You tell me that all the time. So I think, he posted a story where what I read about how Jerry has been treated in his role as the American Legion representative for the state of Oklahoma on a commission for Governor Stitt. He served at the pleasure of 3 or 4 governors. It really, that stuff has an effect on me because I know Jerry Ball. I know the kind of man he is. And so that really has an effect on me and how I'm going to potentially vote because, it's just, right there's the article. Very interesting.
Oh, well, this has happened many, many times.
Oh, I know, but it's happening to our friend now.
Yeah.
That makes it personal to me, right? So it's those kind of things have an effect,
Yeah, no, this is one of many.
Well, when it comes across what Stitt does, he comes across a bully. He comes across a guy that if he doesn't get his way, he throws a fit, and it's just. And then
that's partially the state legislature's fault because they gave the governor
so much
more power than the previous governors have ever had. And before that too, because now
they added a lot of stuff.
But the Senate does have to, he nominates them. The Senate ultimately has to approve them. But this is one of many, many things that Stitt.
But it's bad.
And I've interviewed Governor Stitt many, many times. I've interviewed before he was even the governor.
Yep.
He was a candidate Stitt at that time. And again, when you're in that position, you're not going to make every decision right, and I understand that. But man, he has. What was great about candidate Stitt at the time, he was a businessman. He had $1,000 in the computer. I'm not in it to
be a politician.
I'm not in it to be a politician. I'm not looking for my next election.
To serve Oklahomans.
And I think that was great for the first 2 years, but since then, it's not his fault.
Well, you can say that when you're not the incumbent, but once you're the incumbent, you got to run on your record.
Yeah.
and that's the challenge I think he's got with a lot of people, and but I think it's going to be much closer than many people thought. I think that race will be, and I just went blank. Walters and
Jenna Nelson.
I think that's going to be a very close race. But again, that position can't change anything. They can stand up and pontificate all they want about we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Well, not unless somebody tells you can. Mm-hmm. So now the governor's race is a little bit different. I mean, they can have more of an impact, obviously. But it'll be interesting. I'm just glad it's going to be over in 6 days.
Yeah, absolutely. Early vote started today on Wednesday. You can do Thursday, Friday. And
early and often.
Of course, election is Tuesday. So, all right, we're on the stages of wrapping this one up.
Anything else you want to ask me before we leave?
Yeah.
You get 3 more questions on this topic, and then we're going to go sleepy time.
Does she still like me?
She said she doesn't know you.
Oh, okay.
She said she thinks you're what she's. I think what she's seen. She said seems. She kept saying the word "seems like a nice guy." I just thought that was weird for somebody I grew up
So
with.
you know her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't believe you don't know who I'm talking about.
So what was your response?
Chris is a good guy. I mean, probably said something like he's like a little brother to me. That kind of stuff. Turn that into a positive for Phil. I'm working with him, trying to help him out. Her and I have a very good relationship. Very good. As a matter of fact, that day she said she considers me a friend.
Are you Facebook friends?
Can't say that about you. I'm Facebook friends with most of the people in town.
Am I Facebook friends with her?
I've never looked. Stand by.
Yeah. Take a look at that. I know this is bothering you.
No, no, it's bothering you. I can tell.
Do I need to apologize?
No, some would probably say you should, but it was a long time ago. You are Facebook friends.
Now, was it Megan? Not Meg, right?
No.
Okay, no. Megan was way cooler than me.
You gonna start calling people out on air?
Well, that one would have hurt.
Wait, I just got a text from Seth Robbins.
Oh my gosh.
Seth knows who it is.
Seth, is it true? I mean,
I'm just saying, Seth knows who it is.
Do I go to church with her?
You know what? We got to wrap this show up. It's 9:46. Stand by for next week. We'll see if Chris has solved this mystery. I've made a decision. I'm not telling you.
Man. I'm okay.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
Put
we
a bow
get out
on
of
it.
here.
Put a bow on it.
All right.
Everybody pray for Chris.
Yeah. Get the yearbook out.
See, I knew I shouldn't have told you all this. I tried
then I'd be like,
well, I know I shouldn't even went down this road. That's my fault. That's my fault.
Guthrie football Thursday night. That's tomorrow.
7 o'clock.
Not Friday. We will be in Shawnee. Guthrie will be huge favorites. Check us out, Guthrie News page, GMP TV on YouTube. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, Guthrie News page, YouTube. We're still looking for a couple 100 new ones on Second Banana Media as well. Hopefully some news.
We'll get there.
For Second Banana Media in the near future.
Yep.
Coming down, more stuff.
Aunt Janet had a great idea, said when we get into our new location potentially, we could display all the trophies and awards in the office.
Well, Second Banana Media hasn't won any awards.
You know what? I was going to tell you. No, I'm not.
We're brand new.
No, I'm not.
We got
tell
time.
you what, I'll tell you who this person is. If you let me present me with one of the plaques next Wednesday, and I get to keep it for 30 days.
I was a cool kid in school. I don't care what anybody tells
you don't
me.
care?
Yeah, I'm absolutely.
Really? You don't?
I was good.
You're going to text me tonight at 1:15.
Nope.
Yeah, you will.
I was there. I'm sure I had my faults like everyone else does.
Quite obvious you did.
But
20-some years this has haunted this girl. Well, how else do you describe it?
I don't know. Ronnie be back with us next week.
We hope so.
We hope so. He's on vacation.
If he can get out of Georgia.
All right.
It's been fun, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could spend this time together.
It was one of our better shows. I don't know what the difference was, but this is one of our
2% battery life.
Wow. Hold on. Let me see that phone. 2%?
2% right there. 2%. Look at that. 2%.
How did you even get that close?
This just went into a major emergency situation. Go ahead, wrap the show up.
I don't see Seth on there.
You didn't look at my text.
I didn't see his name near the top. I just why didn't your phone turn yellow when it's down to 2%? Or is it red?
It's beyond red. It's been red for hours.
Let me see. All right, we're out of here.
We're out of here.
Thank you, everybody, checking us out, and have a great week. And we appreciate everyone checking out.
Be a little nicer, Chris.
Appreciate all the comments out there.
Yeah, we do.
On all formats.
Be a little nicer to people.
Have a great week.
Include them in your life.
Phil Nichols, Chris Evans, Open Mic Podcast on
Second Banana Media.
Thanks for tuning in to the Open Mic Podcast. Join us each week from inside the Second Banana Media Studios located in beautiful downtown Guthrie. Catch our shows on Facebook and YouTube and also on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Until next time, so long from Guthrie, America.